Japan moves crypto under securities law, massive crackdown imminent. Cryptocurrency. Japan. Securities. As the FSA steers crypto from the Payment Services Act to the FIEA, issuers and exchanges face securities-grade disclosure and enforcement. Journalist. Hassan Shittu. Journalist. Hassan Shittu. About author. Hassan. A cryptonews.com journalist with 6+ years of experience in Web3 journalism. Brings deep knowledge across crypto, Web3 gaming, NFTs, and play-to-earn sectors. His work has appeared in Author Profile. Share. Copied. Last updated. September 4, 2025. Japan is preparing to bring cryptocurrencies under the umbrella of its Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, FIEA, indicating the most sweeping regulatory overhaul of the sector since the country became an early adopter of crypto trading. Officials say the move seeks to close legal loopholes, strengthen investor protection, and crack down on unregistered operators that have proliferated across the market. Retail investors drive Japan's crypto market, prompting call for safeguards. According to a discussion paper released by the financial services agency FSA, on Tuesday, authorities argue that the investment nature of crypto assets aligns closely with challenges traditionally addressed under the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, FIEA. The agency suggests leveraging disclosure rules, enforcement powers, and investor protection mechanisms under the securities framework to regulate digital assets. According to data from Japan's Financial Services Agency, FSA, domestic crypto exchanges now manage more than 12 million accounts, with client deposits exceeding 5 trillion yen, $34 billion. Yet, over 80% of accounts hold less than 100,000 yen, $670. Showing a retail-heavy market with small-scale investors most exposed to fraud and poor disclosure. Surveys show that 7.3% of Japanese investors hold cryptocurrencies, a higher share than the share of investors in FX or corporate bonds. Around 70% of crypto investors earn less than 7 million yen, $46,000, annually, while 86% say they trade with hopes of long-term price appreciation. Officials argue that this demographic tilt makes stronger safeguards urgent. Under current rules, crypto exchanges operate mainly under the Payment Services Act, which regulates settlement and custody, but does not impose issuer disclosure requirements. Regulators warn that white papers and project documents often contain vague or misleading information, with frequent gaps between published claims and actual code. By folding digital assets into securities law, the government seeks to impose standardized disclosure, curb insider trading, and extend penalties already used in equity markets. The plan would treat two categories of crypto differently. Tokens issued to raise funds for projects or businesses, such as those sold in ICOs, would be subject to strict issuer disclosure rules. In contrast, decentralized assets like Bitcoin and Ether, which lack a central issuer, would fall under exchange-level obligations, requiring platforms to provide reliable information and flag risks. Unregistered solicitation has become a pressing concern. Authorities report a sharp rise in fraudulent promotions, including online seminars, investment salons, and social media groups. The FSA's consumer hotline now receives more than 300 crypto-related complaints per month, accounting for over 10% of all financial inquiries. Cases often involve investors being lured into overseas platforms, only to face withdrawal freezes or demands for guarantee fees. To address such abuses, the FIEA framework would empower courts to issue emergency injunctions against unregistered operators and introduce fines of up to 500 million yen, $3.3 million, for corporations, alongside prison sentences of up to 5 years for people. Exchanges would also be required to submit transaction data to regulators, while violations such as market manipulation, spreading false information, or insider trading would trigger penalties already familiar in securities markets. Officials emphasize that the new framework will not restrict crypto's use for payments, but will ensure that investment activity is governed by the same transparency and fairness standards as traditional securities. Japan set to classify crypto as securities amid global regulatory push. Regulators worldwide are tightening oversight of digital assets, with Japan now preparing one of its most sweeping reforms yet. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, IOSCO, has urged stronger global coordination against crypto market abuse, while the European Union has implemented its markets in crypto assets (MiCA) regulation. In the U.S., regulators are expanding their authority following the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, recently launched a new crypto sprint to shape federal oversight. Elsewhere, governments are taking diverse approaches. In June, the Central Bank of Bahrain introduced the region's first stablecoin framework, requiring issuers to maintain 1:1 reserves backed by liquid assets and to obtain licenses before operating. The following month, Pakistan established its Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority to license and monitor crypto firms, while Hungary went further by criminalizing unlicensed crypto activity with penalties of up to 8 years in prison. Hong Kong has also rolled out a licensing regime for fiat-referenced stablecoin issuers, effective August 1st. Amid these moves, Japan is preparing to amend its FIEA to classify cryptocurrencies as financial products, subjecting them to securities law. The FSA is expected to submit a bill as early as 2026, a step that would extend insider trading restrictions and disclosure requirements already enforced in equity markets. If passed, the reforms would prohibit the use of non-public information in crypto trading and impose stricter oversight on exchanges. Until now, digital assets have operated under a parallel set of rules, with limited enforcement tools against misconduct. Issuers of fundraising tokens would face strict disclosure obligations, while exchanges would be responsible for providing accurate information on decentralized tokens. Japan is also preparing to greenlight its first yen-backed stablecoin, with fintech firm JPYC expected to launch the product later this year. Finance Minister Katsunobu Kato has expressed support for making crypto part of diversified portfolios, provided adequate safeguards are in place. Together, the measures would mark a sharp shift in Japan's regulatory approach, aligning it more closely with global efforts to bring digital assets under traditional financial oversight. Follow us on Google News. Trending news. Recommended popular crypto topics price predictions. New ChatGPT AI predicts the price of XRP, Avalanche and Dogecoin by the end of 2025. Perplexity AI predicts the price of XRP, World Liberty Financial and Dogecoin by the end of 2025. Why is crypto down today? September 4th, 2025. Google's Gemini AI predicts the price of XRP, Solana and Pepe by the end of 2025. XRP price prediction. Gaming giant expands to XRP ledger, shocking move to $10 starting now. Press releases. Token 6900 is live and could be the next SPX 6900. Industry talk. Live crypto news today. Latest updates for September 4th, 2025. Bitcoin steadies at $112,000. ETH tops $4,400 as traders brace for September slump. 23 hours ago. By Jai Pratap. Industry talk. Live crypto news today. Latest updates for September 3rd, 2025. Crypto market rises across sectors as RWA leads with 6% gain. ETH lags. 1 day ago. By Jai Pratap. Best crypto to buy now in September 2025. Top crypto to invest in. 1 day ago. By Alan Draper. New cryptocurrencies to invest in September 2025. Top new crypto coins. 17 hours ago. By Inesis Tavares. 11 best crypto presales to invest in 2025. Presale crypto list. 14 hours ago. By Alan Draper. 15 new and upcoming Coinbase listings in September 2025. 3 days ago. By Elijah Rankovich. 15 new and upcoming Binance listings in 2025. 3 days ago. By Elijah Rankovich. What is the next crypto to explode in 2025? 16 hours ago. By Elijah Rankovich. Bitcoin, BTC, price prediction 2025 to 2030. Just now. By Leon Waters. XRP, price prediction 2025, 2026 to 2030. 6 days ago. By Eric Huffman. Ethereum price prediction 2025 to 2030. Will ETH bounce back? April 2nd, 2025. By Ben Beto.